The story starts with a bot named Orion Pax, who's later become Optimus Prime. Orion sneaks into the archive library to learn more about his species' history. He learned that his creator, Primus, sacrificed himself to form Cybertron, where they live. Primus builds the first 13 Transformers, known as the Primes, from the core of Cybertron. These powerful beings are given with the purpose of guiding future generations. He gave them the Matrix leadership. It's a powerful artifact with its energon, a vital source of energy. Life was thriving on the planet until the Matrix disappeared, leading to the flow of energon to stop. Orion got frustrated as he knew how the story ended. Suddenly, a drone came close to him, but he managed to destroy it but fell into the hands of guards Darkwing and his brother, though he tries to hide the fact that he went to the library and made a way out by engaging them in a fake chasing game. He runs outside, breaking the wall and jumping upside down only to fall in front of the guards. Luckily, his friend D16 came on time and handled the situation, distracting the guards and making a hide. D16 misguides the guards, and Orion comes out from the hide. D16 had clues of Orion being in the archives, and he asked him if risking his life for old stuff is worthy. With his response in yes, D16 jokes to find a new friend then. Orion believes the Matrix disappearance mystery can be found in old archives, and D16 also reminds him there is someone else also looking for the same. He also mentions, as soon as he solves the mystery, the sooner they get rid of mine working for Energon. Orion gave D16 a Megatronus Prime sticker, which is the strongest in history. D16 found it cool, and thanks for it. They head to Captain Elita to keep mining Energon, but there is a problem with material stability due to which they have to evacuate. However, they get stuck, and with others, Orion stays back to help, but the situation gets out of control. In a miraculous moment, they manage to escape the tunnel, but Elita got fired for risking Bot's life who can't transform. Orion feels guilty and came in front of Darkwing to sort out the matter, but instead he is about to get a punch, but is instead taken by D16. He asked his friend if he was tired of being treated like garbage for not having gear by the authorities. However, Orion thanks D16 for his support. They watch Sentinel Prime on the screen, where he tells about the outcomes of his last attempt to find Matrix, which was unsuccessful, but he will keep trying. He also mentions there will be a holiday tomorrow, so they can enjoy the day watching the Icon 5000 race. D16 is still feeling down, thinking they have to keep working into mines. Orion comes up with the idea to take part in the race. Even if they lose, at least they will be able to prove their skills. D16 disapproves of Orion's idea, reminding him they can't transform. The next day, Orion shows D16 a good spot for watching, though he has other plans in mind. He gives a booster to D16 with courage to show the world today they are more than miners. Soon, they grab the attention of Sentinel Prime and other miners, who get excited seeing them leading. But when they are about to get their names in the book of history, they are overtaken by a powerful transformer, leading them to get the last places. D16 becomes furious, proving Orion responsible, but Orion calms him, reminding him they feel alive and had a great experience. Sentinel Prime came at the moment, revealing that seeing miners in the race is the most amazing thing he witnessed ever. However, he jokes about a punishment, also admiring them. Sentinel Prime orders Arachnid to take them for better jobs, but they end up locked by the Darkwing. They met B127, their aka B, who doesn't know from how long he has been locked. B speaks too much, making Orion want to escape, and D16 asks for the way out, but B says there is no one. B introduces them to his friends made of junk, and they find one of them crazy. Unexpectedly, Orion destroys Steve and finds a sorrowful message. Orion and D16 recognized Alpha Trion, who is one of the 13 primes, and the message includes the coordinates of the place where the Quintessence enemies attacked Cybertron over 50 cycles ago. Orion relates it with the disappearance of Matrix, thinking the mystery might be resolved if they visit there, but D16 doesn't believe in a message found in the trash. D16 doesn't want to go up on the surface to wait for Sentinel to catch them, but Orion convinced him by making him imagine the Sentinel reaction when they find the Matrix. B guides them the way out, reminding them it won't be easy as they have to climb through the passage, and further they have to go in the Energon train, where they sneak into the cargo only to find Elita demoted to a position there. Elita, with exceptional sense, found them infiltrating about to alert Darkwing, but trapped into a train as it took off. Orion runs after her to reveal what he found, but she refuses to listen to anything. All four have to hang on to avoid falling into the void. They are amazed by the surface of Cybertron, suspecting Sentinel might be hiding something, and Orion head to Elita reveals he knows where the Matrix of Leadership is hidden. Elita refuses to help them, and they witness the planet's surface is alive, trying to trap them in. They lost access to the train and they have to cling. The surface is trying to stop the train from delivering Energon. The surface breaks some carriages, and the four fall onto the surface. When they get conscious, they find the train moving away, much to ignite Alita's anger. However, Alita agrees to help them find the coordinates, although she threatens them they will be in if it is found to be a waste of time. B irritates Alita with his non-stop mouth, while Orion and D16 are excited with the possibilities of finding the Matrix. They get surrounded by running deer and go to the front base, taking precaution, where they witness a Quintessent ship hovering and dropping bombs. They get confused, as they thought Quintessent got extinct 50 cycles ago. On further following coordinates, they found a cave with all 13 Prime's bodies but not the Matrix, and a light guides Orion to Alpha Trion, who is still alive, who warns them about Quintessent. The bots tell him the fight is over, and seeing other Primes fall, he asks them who they are and why they don't have gear. In response, they tell them they are just miners who were forced to extract energon because it stopped flowing. Orion tells him they are searching for the Matrix to give it to Sentinel. Alpha Trion told them Sentinel is not a Prime, much to their shock, while they tell Sentinel saved them by Quintessons, but he revealed they are living in a lie. Alpha Trion shows them the truth that the fight against Quintessons runs for thousands of years and was brutal, telling them exactly what happened. Sentinel, who was Prime's assistant, intercepted a transmission from the enemy of a secret Quintessent meeting, and believing it, they went for the mission at the location, but when they arrived to meet Sentinel there, they were ambushed by hundreds of enemies. When 13 Primes were about to win, they were wiped out by Sentinel so that he could take control of Cybertron. He also mentions Sentinel has tried to grab that Matrix of leadership, but being not worthy of it, the Matrix disappeared. Shocked Bots isn't able to believe this revelation, but Alpha Trion explains it was all to make Quintessons the new rulers of Cybertron. All four witnesses, more Quintessons ships hovering, and Sentinel Prime came with the reinforcements, much to Bot's surprise when he kneels down in front of Quintessons. They see Quintessons taking the metals they extract, but it's energon, not metal, and this revelation shocked them when D16 can't take it anymore. He calls Sentinel a traitor. D16, in anger of being helpless, proves Orion responsible for all, as due to him he is here knowing all the truth, but also in fear if Sentinel finds they know about his betrayal, as they are miners without gear. Alpha Trion tells them there is no one who was born without gears on Cybertron. It's just Sentinel who forced them to be miners. And he also adds that Transformers' power doesn't lie in gears, but in their core. Alpha Trion gave them gear from the bodies of 4 Primes, converting them into Transformers with the power to change the world. At the moment, they hear the warning that they have been discovered while D16 is ready to fight. Alpha Trion suggests it's his fight, and they need to return Cybertron to reveal the truth with the records they made. They leave, and Sentinel Prime troops tell Alpha Trion to surrender, but he attacks immediately while the 4 realize they don't need to run now and can transform. The path runs out, leading them to fall on the slope. They don't know how to use their gears but try to transform. In the first try, Orion was able to hide his head. D16's legs act while Alita isn't able to control her function, but B transforms into a car with legs. They are about to be caught when their instincts really work, transforming in and coming out of the situation with what they ever dreamed of. Orion takes out the map to continue their mission, but D16 snatches it, showing a leader attitude. Alpha Trion was taken to Sentinel, and he asked him about others who were in the cave with him. But in response, he said it's just a matter of time when he falls. Those were his last words. Sentinel orders Arachnid to kill those who are trying to get closer to their destination. Orion realized D16's silence and asked him why he is quiet, in which response he told him that he can't stop thinking about the Sentinel betrayal and wanted to wipe him, while Orion wants to just reveal the truth in front of others, as he feels it's sufficient to take him down, choosing a non-violent path. They are bushes at the moment, and when they get conscious, they find themselves in front of another group, led by the Transformer Starcream, who is a defender group that once was the lead guards of Cybertron, and is now fighting from shadows since Sentinel betrayal to weaken the foundation of leader Sentinel Prime. Orion finds the right opportunity to make an alliance with them to take down Sentinel, but D16 disagrees with the fact and tries to drift away but is noticed by the leader. The leader told him no one can go on without his permission, and D16 shouts out his hatred for Sentinel, revealing he doesn't want small victories, rejecting fighting in secrecy. D16 shows his attitude. He will wipe Sentinel alone without any delays, questioning the leadership of Starcream. The Cold War soon turns into a fierce battle with D16 and Starcream taking on 1-1. The battle falls in favor of D16 as he draws a long, powerful cannon, silencing all in the cave. Orion can't withstand this and tells D16 to reconsider, But it's too late as his hatred takes a darker turn. D16 announces two choices: to join him to wipe Sentinel-1 for all, or to remain in shadows fighting in secrecy. The Starscream loyalist turns to D16, and at the moment Orion realizes his friend's hatred has changed him into a dangerous personality. Suddenly the place was ambushed by Sentinel troops, and Orion takes no time to transform. They killed as many as they could while Starscream hid. Meanwhile, Arachnid kills as many as on his way and takes away D16 in a swift move. Elita fights well but doesn't notice she is in the path of a powerful attack. However, Orion saves her in time, which sends her into the debris. As freed, she told Orion that his friends D16 and B, with top troops, have been taken away. But more importantly, the proof has been destroyed, which has the dark truth of Sentinel. They made a plan to infiltrate Akon to free his friend and switch the remained army. While the soldiers were hesitant, they sorted out the issues and it's time to move. On the other side, D16 and B are wondering why they are alive, and Sentinel Prime came in mocking D16. But being fearless, he calls Sentinel a traitor and disagrees to kneel down and hit him, but it proves weak as Sentinel took his gears, keeping it as punishment. Sentinel made the design of the Megatronus on the D16 chest. Orion went to the miners, revealing the truth about Sentinel Prime, who stole their gear to make them miners. Seeing the Orion change and convinced by the words of Alpha Trion passed by Orion, they are ready to fight for justice. D16 was about to be killed when the Arachnid gave a signal. Seeing the train, the Sentinel troops get ready for a decisive battle, while Elita realizes they won't be able to reach the building. Orion comes into the scene with miners in an intense battle, while the Arachnid sides the packs to the train, but has to leave as they are about to crash, and Sentinel gets hit by the train. Orion finds his friend D16 to help him, which he doesn't need. Soundwave frees the prisoners, and Orion tries to communicate the plan to him, but he is set to work on his own terms. D16 turns into a jet to fight, while B is excited with his mask and sword to join the battle. When Orion asks about the Sentinel, they were thrown by an explosion. They step back for a while for the new strategy, mentioning they need Arachnid Memory, who seems to be taking Elita away. Orion mentions taking the Arachnid alive to the transmission center. Elita and Arachnid engaged in a brutal fight while B speeds up to find Elita. D16 handles Sentinel, a traitor who had filled hate in him, while the traitor is on advantage. Orion grabbed the opportunity to broadcast the real face of their leader, distracting Sentinel to finish D16. The whole Akon witnessed Sentinel's true face enraging them, while D16 surprises him, taking him down with himself to the abyss. D16 unleashes his cannon on Sentinel, but accidentally destroys a building. Scared Sentinel offers him to rule together, but he is determined to kill him. Orion steps in, reminding D16 that they already accomplished their goal. The truth is in front of all. D16 throws Orion aside, warning him, and shoots on Sentinel, but Orion takes the shot about to fall but is saved by D16, who, possessed by his hatred with red eyes, tells him he is tired of saving him, leaving him to fall in the abyss. D16 overpowered the guards targeting the Sentinel, while Orion fell into the heart of Primus. D16 killed the Sentinel, ending the era of fake primes, while Orion was rewarded with the Matrix of leadership. When D16 replaces his gears with Megatronus, Orion activates the Matrix, regenerating his arm. D16 now calls himself Megatron, while the 13 Primes welcome the rebirth of Optimus Prime. Megatron creates the chaos until Optimus Prime comes up into his old figure, offering his friend to build a future together, but being possessed by hatred, engaged in a battle with his friend, who now has the Matrix. The fights continued until Megatron was thrown by the Optimus Prime defense. After taking down Megatron, Optimus reminds him he has a chance to change the world, but he chose to destroy the world like Sentinel did. He comes to personally give him a chance to flee with his elite guards. Megatron warns before leaving that the fight isn't over yet. The story emphasizes the importance of that thin line that once you cross, there is no going back, as some transformations are irreversible. Optimus Prime remembers the day when he met his friend, and now it's a day when he is seeing him leaving. Cybertron starts thriving as Matrix comes back, initiating the flow of Energon and converting all the bots into Autobots, giving them gear with fundamental rights of freedom and sending a message to their enemy if they turn an eye on them. Optimus Prime and Transformers are ready to protect their planet.